Nestled in a residential South Minneapolis neighborhood on busy Nicollet Avenue, we have a gem of a game store, Tower Games. Let's go check it out.
Hello.
Hello! You must be Bob.
You must be Azalea.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Can you tell me where we are?
We are at Tower Games. We're in South Minneapolis on Nicollet Avenue, just 4 miles south of the city, 35W.
Wonderful. Thank you for inviting us here.
Absolutely.
So what do you do here?
We are a FLGS, a favorite local game store. We specialize in tabletop games of all sorts. Can I show you around?
Please show away.
All right, let's go. Here is new stuff.
Ooh, I like this.
So, you know, the idea with a game store is you have to have this ease in to get a lay of the land. So we've got new stuff here. We have recent stuff over here. There's some food and snacks.
Always important at a game store?
Oh yeah, got lots of.
Especially if you hold events here, which
Yeah.
it seems like you do.
We do. We have a lot of tables. Let's see what else. Well, we have one of the big things with game stores, of course, is magic.
Is that a big seller for you guys?
Huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Still a big deal.
Yeah, but I try really hard because I'm more of a board gamer and miniature gamer, and so I work really hard to get a lot of really great board games in too, to help kind of even out so we're not reliant on just magic.
That's really smart.
We do a lot of events because we have great space. We've got high top tables for miniature events. We've got low tables for board games and things like magic. We try and do a lot of events because that's kind of the lifeblood of the store. Also, getting people in, having fun.
Showing them that it is a community.
Yep, and because of the small space, one of the things we have to do is constantly change the layout. So it works for that particular event, if that makes sense. So that's one of the challenges, is making sure we have enough space.
And you do.
And, well, we do. We make it work. Continuing the tour.
Yes.
This is one of the best spots in the shop because it really showcases some of the talent we have for painters.
Yes, absolutely.
One of the employees who has been working at the shop since before I owned it painted a lot of these and has won awards for if people know what the Golden Demon Award is. And it's we actually have the awards. There's like a Slayer sword, which is back there.
Oh my gosh!
But these are some of his, and some other people have, some other regulars have painted these. Really great painters.
Very cool.
If we go over here, this is our RPG section. It's small. We focus on the Pathfinder stuff. We focus on D&D stuff. And then a kind of random assortment of different smaller press RPG stuff.
That's very cool. Yeah, Respectable Bones collection.
Yep, we've got the, we try and keep those in stock. It's a favorite of people. And then the new WizKids line of miniatures are great. And then if we go here, we start
the wall of board games.
Lots of board games. I love board games, so I really tried to expand and make the selection unique. I mean, we have a small shop.
Yes.
And so it's difficult.
So you have to capitalize on the space that you do have.
Yeah. Last year there was something like 4,000 new titles.
Oh my gosh.
Of board games. And in a year I will get like 300 titles in. So I have to pick 300 out of those 4,000 to put in
So
here.
how is that solely on your head to choose those games?
Well, I do some of that.
Do you involve the community with
I do.
what they want?
Monday nights is our board game night, which is really popular. It's been going on pretty much since the store opened, and since before I owned it. And a lot of those guys, men and women, a lot of them research. They're obsessed with board games. They tell me the stuff that's coming out of Japan and Germany, which eventually trickles over. They know. So I get some really good stuff. As a matter of fact, I carry some games from Germany that you really can't get anywhere else here.
Cool. And is that like on special request?
They just got to be very popular, so I'm like, sure, I'll bring them in. I mean, they're kind of expensive, but they're super fun. Yeah. And you'll see them eventually published in the US. So back here we have our hobby area. We have this lovely table which has been around since Tower Games first opened.
Well loved and well used.
10 years old. It was made by the wife of one of the regulars.
No way!
So it is a tower fixture. One of the things I tried to do when I bought the place and moved it is keep the flavor of Old Tower, as we call it. And so the walls are the same colors as the previous tower. Paint table is the same.
All right, so Tower Gaming has been around for 10 years, but you've owned it for 2.5.
Yes.
So what does success look like for you? You reached it?
No. I think that, I mean, I guess the obvious answer is of success is can you make a living at it? Which is, I think, it's challenging. But for success for me has always been, am I in an environment that is challenging but fun, and I can exercise some creativity. And I love having the shop because it fits a lot of, it presses a lot of my buttons. So there's like technical things like the accounting and inventory management, but then there's the creative things like, you know, what games are we going to bring in? Because I can't bring everything in, so I have to pick and choose.
Yes.
And then there's teaching people games and demoing games. I mean,
do you do that? Do you demo games? Is that an event that you hold?
Monday nights is our board game night, and that is generally the night that we do demos if people want.
You have a large collection of demo games.
Yeah, we have a nice growing library of games. I like to try and get every single title that we sell. Can't always do that, but we have a lot of them.
So what else do you do here? I've heard some talk about podcasts.
So one of the million things that I do, so I've got the shop, Tower Games. I've got the game publishing company with my partner, business partner, Seppi Yoon, which is called Fight in a Box. The third thing we do is we have a podcast that we do with Jeff Tidball from Atlas Games, and it's called Having Fun Playing Games. Our guests are generally designers, so we've had like Jay Little, who's done X-Wing, and we've had the Flapjacks and Sasquatch guys, and I mean all sorts of different interesting.
And they come to your store here, and you do your podcast here.
Yes, we do the podcast here. Most of them. There's a event called Gamma, which is the game and manufacturer retailers group. So it's an industry show. We did a bunch of shows from there. And it's been really fun. We have 19 episodes in the can, but I think in the next few days we'll be finally starting to publish them.
Very cool. So what does the future hold for Tower Games?
In the near future, we might be expanding into the back. So a second room that we can use for events and just expanding if we have a large event that we can expand back there.
Sure.
One of the most common questions I get is why I don't have a sign. And because we've been here 2.5 years, I do not really have a sign up front. I have a sign in the window. I do not have a real sign. And people, give me a lot of grief because of it. But we are getting a sign, so that's another thing that will be
going to happen in the near
future. Just like weeks.
Awesome.
Should be getting a new sign.
I have one more question for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite candle scent?
That's easy. It's jasmine.
Jasmine! Oh, yes.
And if anybody has heard of if you've heard of the show Dark Shadows,
Yes.
you might know why. But I'm not going to tell you. It is your mission to
I'll have to
find out.
do
I don't know
some
why I looked out.
research.
I looked out at the audience. I don't know why I did that.
You'll have to do your own research on that one. Well, thank you so much, Bob. It's been such a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks. For,
Make sure you guys come on down and check out Tower Games. Tower Games is truly a friendly local game store that maximizes its space to provide a cozy, welcoming environment to gamers of all ages and skill level. I'm Azalea Grace with Neighborhood Gaming, and make sure you grace this tower with your presence.